All right, let's dive into Sweetpea. We've got a ton of info about this Starz series.
It's a really fascinating show.
Ready to uncover what makes it so special?
Definitely. Let's do it.
Okay, so for anyone who hasn't seen it, Sweetpea drops us right into the lives of this group of friends.
They're all figuring out their late 20s, that whole thing.
Exactly. Jobs, relationships, figuring out who they are.
Yeah, and it all revolves around Sweet Pea. She's this budding artist trying to find her place in the world.
I think this show really nails that feeling of being in your 20s, doesn't it? It's like you're constantly searching for something.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sweet Pea's friends are all on those journeys too, each in their own way.
Like Leela, right? She's this super successful entrepreneur.
You'd think she has it all figured out.
But even she has stuff to work through.
Oh, for sure. You see her learn to open up more, rely on her friends. It's kind of cool to see her let go of that I can do everything myself attitude.
And then there's Marcus, her on-again, off-again boyfriend. He's a musician, always bring in a little drama.
But, his story really mirrors Sweet Pea's in a lot of ways. He starts out kind of passive, but he finds his voice through his music.
That makes sense, yeah. And how about Jasmine, the free spirit roommate?
Ah, Jasmine. She's all about creative freedom, pushing boundaries. It's great to see her encourage Sweet Tea to take risks and just be herself.
I love that about her.
Hmm.
And can't forget Ryan. He's the friend who kind of shakes things up romantically.
Right. He throws a wrench in the works. But in a good way. He forces Sweet Pea to really think about what she wants.
Makes her confront her feelings,
Yeah.
which is never easy.
And in doing that, she grows a lot. Ryan's character also makes you think about honesty and communication in relationships.
Yeah, it's like each character plays a really specific role in shaping Sweet Pea's journey.
Absolutely. And speaking of journeys, the show explores some pretty universal themes, like self-discovery.
It's not just about Sweet Pea figuring out her art, it's about her figuring out herself.
Exactly. It's about figuring out who you are, what you want out of life, and it's messy, but so rewarding.
Like that scene where she just chucks her whole portfolio and starts fresh. So powerful.
Totally. I think everyone has a moment like that, where you just got to shed the old you to make space for the new.
For sure. And then, of course, there's the theme of friendship.
These characters seriously lean on each other for support, advice, a good laugh when they need it.
Yeah, it's like a real, genuine friendship. They're there for the fun times, but also the rough patches.
It reminds you that having a good support system is so important, like having your own crew to navigate life with.
For sure. And speaking of rough patches, the show gets real about pursuing your dreams, too. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
It shows the struggles, the rejections, the self-doubt, all the stuff that comes with trying to achieve something you really care about.
But it's also inspiring, right? Sweet Pea never gives up on her passion.
Exactly. And it reminds you that even when things are tough, even when you hit roadblocks, it's the journey that matters.
Yeah, those struggles are part of what make this success so sweet.
Totally. And I think the show really taps into those anxieties that many of us feel in our 20s, like the pressure to find the perfect career, to achieve all these things.
Like we're supposed to have it all figured out by a certain age.
Exactly. But Sweet Pea reminds you that it's okay to not have it all figured out.
It's okay to feel lost sometimes.
Exactly. And it's that honesty that really resonates with viewers. It makes you feel seen.
Yeah, like you're not alone in those feelings.
And it's not all doom and gloom. The show has this beautiful balance of seriousness and lightheartedness. Like, you laugh one minute, then you're reaching for the tissues the next.
It's a roller coaster.
But in a good way. And it's not just about the struggle. Sweet Pea is also a celebration of individuality, of being your true self.
It's like it gives you permission to ditch those expectations and just be you, quirks and all.
Exactly. And speaking of being yourself, let's talk about love and relationships in Sweet Pea, because that's a whole other layer.
Yeah, those are definitely complicated.
Oh, for sure. But let's get into it. Sweet Pea doesn't shy away from the messiness of relationships at all.
It's so refreshing to see that portrayed in a real way.
Right. Like, it's not all romanticized. You see the ups and downs, the hard conversations.
And it really plays out through Sweet Pea's relationships with Marcus and Ryan.
It's like they represent two different sides of love, almost.
Like two paths she could take.
Yeah, you've got Marcus, who's familiar, comfortable, but they have a lot of back and forth.
They're both growing, figuring themselves out.
Exactly. And then there's Ryan, who's exciting, new.
But he also makes her question what she really wants.
Right. And the show makes you think about commitment in a modern setting.
Like, what does that even look like now? There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
And it's not just about romantic relationships either.
You see the complexities of female friendships, too.
Yeah, like Sweetpea and Leela, they have this huge fight at one point.
It's intense, emotional, but it actually strengthens their bond in the end.
It shows that even the best friendships go through tough times.
And it's those tough times that make them stronger.
Exactly. And Sweet Pea uses those moments of conflict to really develop the characters.
Like they grow through those challenges.
It's all part of the journey, right? And the show balances all this with humor and drama so well.
You're laughing one minute, crying the next.
It keeps you on your toes, and it's all so seamless.
You know, I think a big part of the show's success is how relatable it is.
Oh, absolutely. It captures those pressures of young adulthood perfectly, like trying to find your purpose, dealing with career stuff.
It's like the show gets us. It's like looking in a mirror.
And it sparks these really important conversations about individuality, pursuing your dreams, prioritizing yourself.
Yeah, it's more than just a show. It's making a cultural impact, for sure.
And let's not forget about the visuals and music. Those add another whole dimension.
The visuals are stunning, so vibrant, so full of life.
Those cityscapes, those intimate close-ups, it's like you're right there with the characters.
And the art direction is amazing. It reflects Sweet Pea's growth as an artist so well.
And the music, it's like the perfect soundtrack.
It totally enhances the emotions of each scene.
It's like the music is another character, almost.
So we've covered a lot. Friendship, self-discovery, love, the cultural impact, the artistic elements.
It's a lot to unpack.
But why should people care about Sweet Pea? What makes it so special?
At its heart, it's a show about being true to yourself, following your passions, even when it's hard.
It's about the journey, not just the destination.
And about the people who help us along the way, the ones who make the journey worthwhile.
It's about embracing life's messiness.
And finding the beauty in it all.
It's about realizing you're not alone in your struggles.
And having the courage to create your own happiness.
Sweet Pea stays with you long after you finish watching it.
It makes you think, makes you feel.
It makes you connect with your own journey.
So, yeah, people should definitely check out Sweet Pea.
It's an experience you won't regret.
Trust me on that. It's a whole world of complicated relationships, really.
Yeah, and we see that play out in some pretty intense scenes.
Like that one between Sweet Pea and Leela.
Oh, where they have that massive fight?
Yeah, that one. It's so raw, so real.
It really gets you in the feels.
But, you know, it's interesting how it actually brings them closer together.
Like it strengthens their friendship.
It shows that even the closest friends can disagree, can have conflict.
And come out stronger on the other side.
Exactly. It's those tough moments that really test a relationship.
And in Sweet Pea, those moments are what drive the character's growth.
They have to face those challenges head on.
And through those challenges, they learn and evolve.
It's like real growth comes from pushing through the uncomfortable stuff.
And the show doesn't shy away from that. It embraces it.
It's not always pretty, but it's always honest.
Which is what makes it so compelling to watch.
And, you know, alongside all that drama, there's this amazing sense of humor.
The show really nails that balance, doesn't it?
It's like you're laughing one minute, then you're totally choked up the next.
But it never feels forced or unnatural.
The humor is organic, the drama is impactful.
It's a wild ride, emotionally.
But a good one. It keeps you engaged, keeps you guessing.
And that's why people love it so much. It's just so relatable.
It speaks to that universal experience of being in your 20s.
Trying to figure things out, make sense of the world.
Yeah, and it's like the show is saying, hey, we get it. We've been there.
And the critics agree. Sweet Pea has gotten some really positive reviews.
People praise its authenticity, the characters, the way it tells a story.
It's just a well-made show all around.
And it started some important conversations, too.
Like about individuality, following your dreams.
It's encouraging people to live their best lives.
And that's pretty powerful, when a show can do that.
For sure. It's become more than just entertainment.
It's a cultural touchstone. It's making a difference.
And, you know, we can't talk about Sweet Pea without mentioning how amazing it looks and sounds.
Yeah, the visuals are breathtaking.
Those city shots, the close-ups, the colors, everything. It's all so vibrant and alive.
The art direction is incredible, too. It reflects Sweet Pea's journey in such a cool way.
Like her studio, it literally transforms as she grows as an artist.
It's subtle, but it's so effective.
Yeah.
And then there's the music.
Ah, the music. It's like the perfect soundtrack to the story.
It sets the mood perfectly for each scene.
And it stays with you long after the episode's over.
Like you find yourself humming those tunes days later.
It's that good. So yeah, Sweet Pea is a visual and sonic masterpiece.
It's a complete package. It's got everything.
Engaging story, relatable characters, amazing visuals, awesome music.
And it makes you think.
It makes you feel.
So, to wrap things up, why should people watch Sweet Pea? What's the takeaway?
That's a good question. I think it's a show that reminds us that it's okay to be messy, to be figuring things out.
It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs.
And finding your own path, even if it's not always clear where it's leading.
It's about the power of friendship, the importance of having people you can lean on.
It's about being true to yourself and pursuing your dreams no matter what.
It's about finding hope and resilience, even in the toughest times.
And most importantly, it's about believing in yourself.
So yeah, watch Sweetpea. It's a show that'll stay with you.
It's a show that might even change you.
And who knows, maybe it'll inspire you to chase your own dreams.
And create your own beautiful mess.
That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of life.
And Sweetpea captures that beauty perfectly.
You know, as we wrap up this deep dive into Sweetpea, there is this one thing that keeps coming back to me.
Yeah. What's that like? I feel like we've covered so much already, but I bet you've got some insightful point to make.
Oh, stop it. But okay, so we've talked about the show's themes, the characters, the visuals, the music, but there's this bigger picture thing.
Oh, okay. I
The-
see what you mean. Yeah,
but
like how it all ties together.
Exactly. Sweet Pea isn't just some random show. It's like it reflects what it means to be young today, you know?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's like holding up this mirror to our generation. Like all those anxieties and hopes and dreams, it's all there.
Right. Like Sweet Pea trying to make it as an artist, but also needing to pay rent. It's something so many people can relate to.
Yeah, or her friends figuring out their careers and relationships. It's like everyone's on this journey of self-discovery.
And the way the show portrays friendship is just spot on, you know? It's not all sunshine and rainbows, but they always have each other's backs.
Exactly. It's that kind of deep connection that gets you through the tough stuff. And Sweet Pea really emphasizes that.
It's like a reminder that you're not alone in your struggles. We all need that support system, that tribe.
Right. It's okay to not have it all figured out, to lean on others. That's what makes the journey so much more meaningful.
And the show doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. It's like it throws these real-life challenges at you and lets the characters stumble and learn and grow.
It feels so authentic, so honest.
Yeah.
It's not trying to sugarcoat anything.
And that's what makes it so powerful, I think. It's relatable, but it's also thought-provoking.
It makes you question things, reevaluate your own life. It's not just passively entertaining you.
And all of that is wrapped up in this beautiful package. The visuals, the music, it all adds to the experience.
Oh yeah, the way they use the city as this backdrop, it's stunning. And the music just perfectly captures the mood of each scene.
It's like they poured so much care into every detail. And that really elevates the show. It's not just a TV show, it's art.
You can feel the passion behind it in every frame.
Yeah.
And, coming to the end of this deep dive, I just feel this sense of gratitude. Like, Sweet Pea gave us something really special.
Me too. It's a show that reminds us to embrace life, to be ourselves, to chase those dreams even when it's scary.
To find those people who make the journey worthwhile. And to never give up on that spark inside.
So if you haven't already, go watch Sweet Pea. It's a show that will stay with you long after the credits roll.
Trust us on that. And until next time, keep exploring, keep those minds open, and never stop searching for those stories that make you feel alive.